So apparently 2025 is the year where Kart Racers come out and their soundtracks are almost better than the actual games themselves. We had Mario Kart World earlier in the year with just banger after banger after banger, and my God, did that game soundtrack provide. And just when you thought you were done, Sonic Racing CrossWorlds has just come out, and my word, some of the music in this game is absolutely phenomenal. I've heard like little bits here and there. I was actually watching the video game Donkey video today, and he got to this bit in the video where this came on.
Wario Shipyard?
And I was like, oh my God, that's absolutely outrageously sick. So we need to listen to it. We need to analyze it. We need to break it down. You know the deal. We've done this with a few tracks so far recently. We gave Mario the treatment. It's only fair we give the Blue Devil the same. Here we go. This is Kraken Bay from Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. Check it out. Oh, it's so epic and triumphant and cheesy and ridiculous. And the drums. The drums are so over the top. That double bass. And then check this. These chords. And then we pretty much loop. So it's 1 minute of pure mayhem, start to finish. It has like 3 main sections. This like kind of like full-on metal riff to open up with. Actually, I'd say four sections. We have like a metal riff to like kick things off. We have a verse with just beautiful chords and some amazing melodies and harmonies that jump around all over the place. And then this kind of mad, like, I don't know, discordant, tritony, diminished metal thing going on before like the chorus, like the main hook of the song, or the piece of music, or whatever you want to call it. And then that amazing triumphant chorus bit where everything just opens up and it's just banger chord after banger chord, just like bam, 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 bam. You don't have a second to like rest on any of it. It's just full throttle. It's so sick. It's so sick. Let's break it down. Oh, what an absolutely just like no nonsense intro. So we get this E flat. And that is just a full on augmented. Which is essentially just E flat major, except you take the 5th, make it sharp. So you end up with a root, a 3rd, a sharp 5th, a root, 3rd, sharp 5th. And those notes have exactly the same distance between them. So there are 4 semitones between each of those notes. You have E flat, 1, 2, 3, 4 to G, 1, 2, 3, 4 to B, natural, I guess. I was going to try and be clever then, but I think I was accidentally about to be dumb instead. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, we're back up to E flat again. So you get this kind of symmetrical, sort of like evenly spaced kind of tense chord. Which resolves in the only way it possibly can, which is up to an A flat. So check it. Oh. So now we get an A flat augmented. It's exactly the same thing, but instead of it being an E flat, we get. So really kind of like confusing us with the key center and where it's meant to be. It's like, okay, were we on the 5th before and we've resolved to the roots? Were we on the root before and we've gone up to the 4th? We don't really know because we've got certain types of chords on each note that shouldn't really be there. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting too deep too early on, but let's keep listening. All right, so All right, we go back down to E flat for this like verse section. So we go from something that's kind of discordant and weird to something that's very like diatonic. We are in a key. We're in the key of E flat minor right now. Up to a G flat major. So D flat major, and then I think is it B flat minor to... See, this is where I am going to be annoying and clever. Not really clever, pretending to be clever. This is C flat major. Not B, C flat. I think that's right. And then this really cool little flourish there to bring us back to like E flat minor. Very cool. Right there. Very cool. Same again. It's just so classic, like cheesy video game soundtrack right there. Second time around, we start the same. We get E flat minor, we go up to a G flat major, and then an A flat major. And this whole like minor 1 to a major 4 thing, it's like a Dorian kind of thing, I suppose. Minor 1 to a major 4. It's very like hero-y kind of. If we're gonna take a Zelda reference right there, it comes up all over the place in video game stuff, and it's like dark, but it's kind of adventurous, and there's hope, and you know, there's like a lot of emotion you can pull out of those two chords. It's used everywhere. It's freaking cool. And you can just hear exactly where it wants to go. Up to the 5, which is like a sus4, which resolves to a normal B flat major. So if we go back. So we've got two things going on here. We've got like a riff underneath, which is kind of going... Wait, what is it doing? Bum, 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 bum. It's doing something different. It's like... So it's basically taking this, like, let's call it like a metal riff. You can hear it on guitar. It should so be played on guitar. I don't know why I'm doing this on piano right now. But we get this cool kind of like an E flat minor riff. And then exactly the same thing happens 2 semitones down in D flat. Same shape, same pattern, same riff. It just shifts down one. And then I think we essentially take that little riff and move it around a bunch of different keys. Okay, cool. So there's a 4-bar sequence, which is E flat minor, D flat minor, E flat minor, then up a minor third to G flat. So they're exactly the same riff, but we're just moving it. We're playing it, we're moving it down, we're moving it up, and then we're moving it up a bit more. And then exactly the same thing. So that entire 4-bar sequence is then played starting on a G this time. I don't know if that riff is right or the rhythm is right. It's close enough. It doesn't really matter. And then the top part is doing something slightly different, but it's still this kind of like tritony, like evil kind of sounding thing. Like, okay, so all it is. So I don't know. I'm not going to be able to play this at the same time. Ah, bollocks. Anyway, as I've just demonstrated pretty clearly that I can't do two things at once. So let's not. Let's do one thing at once. Oh, and then we get to like the best part of the whole track. This next bit is just so sick. So we get this cool little, there's like one bar of like build up. So we get this. Like literally like 2 beats of build up to this chorus, which is like. Whatever it is. It's cool. It's like a nice little weird, unexpected, like, I don't know, one bar of just like, oh, no, we're not quite there yet. And then it lands, and the melody and the chords in this next bit is just so sick. Just like, let's have a listen. What a great chord sequence. It does so much in such a short amount of time. It's not like too much. It's not ridiculous. All of those weird chords underneath, they all serve the melody, which is nothing too crazy. The melody is like pretty straightforward. That's just a beautiful mix of like having a lot going on, but not pushing it too far for it to get overwhelming and sound like insane, but enough to keep it super exciting and have like a really strong melody sit comfortably on top of it. Very, very cool. I love it. Let's break it down. Let's figure out those chords first. That's the first one. That's the first one right there where it goes. No, that's not that. Dun, 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 bam. And there's a second chord there, which just, it's like the first time that one of those chords in that section is like, ooh, something a bit different going on there. And it's the start of this like snowball effect of crazy chords that follow. And it's freaking cool. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah. Ah, right, interesting. Okay, so... Oh, yeah. B flat minor. Hang on, let me just remember what these chords are. There it is. There it is. Okay, so... Oh, that is so sweet. Like, it doesn't really do anything. So the chords are... Sorry, I've just been playing and not explaining what the chords are. The chords are... a D flat major 7 to an E flat, like add 9, because that F on top is pretty strong. Like a C minor to an F minor. B flat minor. Back to our E flat again. Then we get this A flat major, which kind of like, it sounds like it resolves a little bit there. That's the relative major of F minor, which is where we were like basing most of this. But then it needs to like pivot. It needs to just change direction, because the second half of this like chorus section, the chords go very weird and different. And it's almost like this little linking chord is like super crucial in doing that, because it's almost exactly the same thing. We've got an A flat major there, but it then goes to an A flat 7, which is just an A flat with a A flat major with a flat 7, second inversion. So we take that bass note, and instead of playing the root, we play the fifth. So it's still an A flat major, but because it's an A flat 7, it now sounds like it wants to go somewhere else. And that somewhere else is this weird little chromatic fall down thing, which is just so cool. So right there, the bass is just falling down chromatically. It's going. So we're starting on a D, D flat, C, C flat, B flat. Very cool. So now we've got the melody, we've got those descending notes in the middle. We need to figure out what are those chords that bass note is allowing to happen, like in the middle of all of that. And I think it's a minor 7 flat 5, a D minor 7 flat 5 right there. Then it's like I guess a D flat major 7. An F minor second inversion to a nice chunky B diminished right before it resolves to a B flat minor. And I think that B flat minor is the first time in this whole section it sticks on a chord for more than like a beat pretty much. I can't remember exactly where it goes from there. Oh, yes. Just a nice, just like epic, dramatic. So it's like a G minor 7 flat 5 with a flat 9, I guess. I mean, the way I really think about this is like a G minor 7 flat 5, or it's a B flat minor sounding chord with a G on the bottom. And then a really chunky, dramatic C augmented with a flat 7. And that augmented we've heard an augmented sound very heavily used already in this track right at the start. And guess what? That augmented brings us right back to the start. It's like poetry, it rhymes. So there we go. That is the whistle stop, like crazy quick kind of rinse through of a sonic track. It's a sonic track. I had to go fast in my analysis of this piece of music. But yeah, what an absolute beast of a piece of music. I'm going to try and play this all the way through on piano. I feel like it's better suited to drums or guitar, but I'm going to play the piano version of it because let's appreciate these tasty, tasty chords. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy this. I'm gonna play myself out. But thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. Like the video, share the video, and I'll be back soon with some more video game analysis stuff. Enjoy.